Hi, my name is Eric Signoff. I'm a hospitalist and co-instructor of record of the Transition to Residency course at UC Davis, along with my co-instructor, Dr. Jennifer Plant, who's a pediatric intensivist. And we've used the help of these great residents, Dr. Amanda Ferris and Dr. Zachary Chafin. And we're proud to present our innovation in the redesign of a transition to residency course in the era of COVID, leveraging technology and peer engagement. The objective was to use virtual methods to provide practical instruction in the knowledge, skills, and attitudes students will need during internship. As a brief background, at UC Davis, we started this transition to residency course that we developed back in 2018 as a specialty-based transition to residency course where students in cohorts care for virtual patients longitudinally from presentation to discharge. And in response to COVID, UC Davis did mandate in spring 2020 that coursework be online, necessitating a rapid transition and redesign of our curriculum to utilize virtual methods. And our design of our intervention, we moved the entire course onto Canvas learning management system. We limited the synchronous activities, and instead we utilized asynchronous activities and recorded short lectures on key medical topics and key practical skills topics as well. The students who were cohorted into specialty groups then were broken down into small teams of 3 to 4 students where they would work together on common tasks for their virtual patient panel, and then subsequently post their work onto Canvas and utilize the discussion board where they would first elicit feedback, asking for certain areas where they could receive feedback, and then subsequently provide pairs of teams feedback on those specific questions and generally on what their work entailed, such as on their admission orders, allowing a second team to not only get to know the second patient, but also to provide that first team with feedback on their admission orders. And these tasks continued all the way from the admission process to posting verbal handoffs with the written handoffs as a part of sign out, as well as utilizing evidence-based medicine to look up clinical questions all the way to discharge. Residents and faculty then provided specific feedback to the information on the discussion boards. And finally, the students were allowed to speak with residents and faculty in office hours where they could ask specific questions and Q&As. And so compared to the in-person course that we offered in 2019, the virtual version, which was given to 117 students, actually scored higher on all 8 of the questions we asked in the course evaluation. And on a 7-point scale, the format of the sessions was appropriate, received 6.1 in 2020 as opposed to 5.9 in 2019. I received regular constructive feedback, received much higher scores in 2020 than 2019, and the overall quality of the course was actually deemed higher at a student evaluation of 5.9 as opposed to 5.3 in 2019. And we received many comments about the most useful aspects of the course involving the team-based approach to assignments and the feedback in the virtual setting. Some students wrote, the constant feedback was helpful in allowing us to know what we should improve on for intern year and beyond. They loved working in small groups on their own time with others, going into their specialty, and ended up with working with people that they didn't normally hang out with, but learned a lot from each other. They felt they received very useful feedback by both peers and faculty. And one student suggested having transition to residency being online from now on. A student felt that the course translated really nicely to the remote format and using the group work, and they felt it made them excited to start residency, which ultimately is one of our major goals. And so we did make improvements to the previously in-person transition to residency course by using technology and engaging students via teamwork and peer feedback. We do believe our approach can be applied to the courses of different lengths and specialty-specific courses. That said, of course, inpatient simulation-based training is important, and whenever possible, we would like to reintroduce that. Overall, we do feel that when forced to make changes by placing this course largely into a virtual setting, we created some elements of the course that were more successful and more impactful for the students that we would like to continue to utilize ongoing, even when not forced to during this pandemic. So thank you very much.